Hello everyone, welcome back to our online class. So today is the last day of our week. So the course book that we are going to study on Friday is, I hope you remember. The book is Speaking Tutor 3A, everyone. And I keep reminding all of you that this is the speaking lesson. And what you are going to do within this course, you need to speak a lot in order to learn all the lesson here on the book. And everyone, so today we are going to continue our lesson, which is the Unit 2 and Lesson 2. And in this Lesson 2, we are going to study two main points. The first one is the language focus. You are going to learn the time sequence. And on the second part, you are going to look at the preparation of your presentation. Okay? And everyone remember the topic that we are learning in this unit 2 is to give description. Alright. Okay, without any further ado everyone, let's start our lesson today. And before we move on to our new lesson, everyone don't forget that we need to review what we have learned from the previous lesson. So in lesson 1 from last week, what do you study about? You study about a special or favorite person or pet, and there are some vocabulary that you can use in order to describe those person or those pet. And here are some of the most difficult or word or keyword. Everyone, this is the most difficult or usual keyword that you always see when you are describing person or pet. So let's look at the first one, the word loyal. Everyone, do you remember the definition of this word, loyal? Okay, if you say someone who is loyal, means they are honest with you, or they are very helpful. And the second one is concern. So who is concerned the most? So people who concerned, they are worried about something. Everyone, do you concern about your quiz result? Okay, do you worried about your quiz result? So I hope you are not worried about that, because all of you are doing very great. Next, we go to vocabulary number 3, which is cheerful. Do you know the word cheerful? So when someone who is cheerful, they are very, very happy. And number 4, the word patient. Okay, here, patience. So someone who is patient refer to those who do not complain. Okay, when they are facing any difficulty, they just keep doing it, they just keep trying. For example, when you are doing a difficult exercise, let's say present perfect progressive, you might think it is a little bit confusing, but still you are patient enough to do all the exercise in the book in order to understand the concept of those 10. So you are patient. And the last word is complain. Right? So complain is totally different from the word patient. So complain function as a verb, and people who complain are not patient. So complain means you start to talk about something that is annoying you. For example, when you study present perfect progressive and you cannot understand the concept, and you start to talk about it. Oh, it is very difficult. Oh, I will not understand it. It is hard to do exercise, right? So all those words are complaining. Very good. I hope you remember all those words and the main lesson from lesson 1. Now let's go to lesson 2. So here I have the one exercise here, and this exercise is taken from your book, which is the Speaking Tutor, and this exercise is on page 36. And now you can open your books to page 36 with me, so that you can see the exercise on top of your page. And this exercise is about time sequence. Everyone, do you remember the word first, second, third, finally? Right, all of those words are time sequence. So time sequence refer to the word that used to express the time order. Sure, and in this lesson you will see more of those time sequence in your reading text here. So on page 36, there is one short reading passage, and in this short reading passage there are 7 time sequence. There are 7 words, right, that used to express time sequence. What you need to do, you need to underline all those seven word or phrases. But the first one have been done for you. It is the first word, which is one morning. It expresses the time. So everyone, without any further ado, let's open your book and do this exercise for around 2 or 3 minutes, and we will check the answer all together. Very good. Now I hope you already underlined the time sequence in your reading passage. Now let's check that all together. So the first one is one morning. Tommy was walking to school when he found a turtle on the sidewalk. To start with, he was scared of it. Then he decided to pick it up. So the word then here is also a time sequence. Talk about the time. Let's continue. He decided to pick it up and take it to school with him. First, he showed it to his best friend. Okay, first. Next, he showed his teacher. Okay, next is also used to talk about the time sequence, time order. After school, he took the turtle home and showed it to his parent. Okay, the word after is also used to talk about time. Tommy begged his parent to let him keep it. Finally, they agreed that he could keep the turtle in a pen in the backyard. Okay, everyone. So the word here is finally. But we have one more missing word used to express the time sequence. And can you know those words? Because all these words are from the previous lesson, and the new word is when. Very good. Okay, when is also used to talk about time, and it is the WA word, but it can function as an adverb as well. So when you see the question that starts with when, sure, it is about time. When do you eat breakfast? When do you go to school? Okay, good. Now you already identify and analyze the time sequence in our lesson 2. Everyone, it's time for you to practice doing those exercise, and I am not going to explain the meaning of these words or phrases again, because it is simple that you already learned it already from the previous level or previous lesson. Now let's start the exercise all together. So again, the exercise is still on page 36, and this exercise is a reading passage again, but you need to complete the missing word. And there are 6 words that you need to use. And here on the whiteboard, I have 6 blank space for you to write the answer. And here are the words that you use to complete those the sentences. So everyone, spend around 5 minutes. Try to complete this reading passage with the phrase or words that show time sequences. And we will check the answer all together when you finish doing this exercise. Very good. Now everyone, let's start the exercise all together. So the first one, last week. Okay, you have the word last week. They have done this for you. Sorry, let me change the marker. Last week, I went shopping for some new shoes. And number 2, what word? Okay, first. I left my house I look on the internet to see where I could buy shoe. Okay, first and then okay, we have the word first, then I took a bus downtown. After that, okay, mean after you took a bus downtown, use the word after that. Okay, after that, I went to a department store. The shoes were very expensive. Okay, so number 5, the right answer is before, because they use the past tense here. Okay, before I went to the mall, there were many shoes store there, but they didn't have the shoe in my size. And the last one, everyone, we have only the last word is finally. Okay. So finally, I went home and ordered the shoe on the internet. Okay, so now let's read this in a complete sentence. Last week, I went shopping for some new shoes. First, I left my house. I looked on the internet to see where I could buy shoes. Then, I took a bus downtown. After that, I went to a department store. The shoes there were very expensive. Before I went to the mall, there were many shoe stores there, but they didn't have the shoe in my size. Finally, I went home and ordered the shoe on the internet. Okay, everyone? So I hope you get the correct answer. And for number 4 and number 5, you can swap it. You can use before that, after that. It is similar meaning here. Okay. Good, everyone. Now it is the last exercise for the first part, but we still have one more point to do, and it is your turn to talk about your routine. So at the bottom of your book, you can see there is a box, and in the box there are a lot of phrases. So what you need to do with all those phrases? You need to use all those phrases to talk about your daily routine. So what you do first in the morning, and then you do what. So use the time sequence and all these phrases in the box to talk about your daily routine. Everyone, is a good idea to record your voice and send to your teacher so that your teacher can listen to your speaking, and he can help you improve how you speak and give more feedback in order to improve your speaking skill. Okay, everyone, and this is the end of our part 1. We will coming back and look at the second part, which is the preparation of giving presentation, and the topic is giving description. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So this is the second part of our video lesson for today. And for this second part, we are going to look at the presentation structure. And do you remember from the previous unit? So from the previous unit, you give the presentation as well, but those presentation is about time sequence, about the time order, what you do first, what you do seconds, and what you do last. All of those are covered in the first unit. And in the second unit, we are going to look at the new topic, which is giving the description. And in your presentation, when the topic is about description, which means you are going to describe something, the structure that you can go with your presentation is a little bit different, just a little bit different, because we are not going to look at the time sequence anymore, but this time we are going to look at the reason. So in order to see a clear picture of how the presentation is, everyone, I would like all of you to open your book to page 38. And on page 38, there is a box. And in the box, there are 3 more boxes, okay, in that big box. And in the box, there is a speech, a short speech. And the speech is about my favorite person. What you need to do, everyone, here, what you need to do, let me check this, okay. What you need to do here is that to give the description, you need to remember the section of your speech. So remember everyone, in your speech there are 1, 2, 3, okay, 3 sections. They are the body, the introduction, the conclusion. Very good. Now it is time for you to analyze which paragraph is the body, which paragraph is the conclusion, and which paragraph is the introduction. So here let's read this together. All in all, I think he is liked by others because of his wonderful character trait. Loyalty, a positive attitude, and caring for others are 3 great qualities that make my best friend so special to me. So this is the conclusion. Very good, because they conclude the main point already. So this one is the conclusion. So you need to write the word conclusion in the box here. Yes, the word conclusion. The second paragraph, there are 3 reasons why my friend is special. First, he is loyal. Second, he is very positive, and he always tries to make everyone feel happy. Lastly, he cares for others. So this is the reason, which is the main point of the speech. So it is the body. Last but not least, look at the last paragraph. Hello everyone, I'm going to tell you about my favorite person. He is my best friend. My friend is so special because he has so many good qualities that I want to have. I want to share those special qualities with you today. So here they have done this for you. It is the introduction. And everyone, let's look at this. Is it the correct order of the speech? You start the speech with the conclusion. Is this the right way? No, for sure, it is not the right way. So the first part of your speech must be the introduction. So the introduction must be number 1. And what is the second? Okay, the introduction followed by the body. Last but not least, we end our speech with the conclusion. So everyone, now you know all of these. And let's look at the guideline. So this is the outline of the speech. It is a good idea to do this outline for your presentation because it can help you organize your idea pretty well. So everyone, let's look at the outline all together. So what is the title of the speech that we just looked at previously? The title is My Favorite Person. My favorite person. And who is the speaker's favorite person? His best friend. His best friend. And do you know the reason why his best friend is his favorite person? So in your book you can see there are how many, everyone? How many? There are three reasons. So you just list down those 3 reasons. So the first one is as he is loyal. The second one, he is very positive. And last but not least, the last reason is he cares for others. So in short, the speech that you just read here is the outline. Everyone, now you see the sample of the speech and you can see the outline here. Now it is the time for all of you to practice doing this outline and prepare your own speech. On your book, page 39, there are two parts. So the first part is the outline. It is the same as here, but you can choose a different topic or a different person. Who is your favorite person? So you can describe your friend, you can describe your teacher, you can describe someone that lives in your house, a family member, and started to give the reason. Give as much as reason as you can, how or why you choose those person, because of 3 or 4 or 5 reasons, and present those reasons. And make sure you can write down your speech here. It is easy to get a clear picture of what you are about to speak. And I recommend all of you record your voice when you speak and send to your teacher in order to help you get feedback from your teacher. So your teacher can help you to spot any problem and give feedback to all of you in order to improve your speaking in the next activity. Everyone, that's it for today's lesson. But before I end the lesson, let me wrap up what we have learned so far in this video. So the first thing that we learned from the previous part is the time sequence. You learn the word, for example, first, second, then, after that. All of those talk about time or order. And in this part, you look at the outline of the presentation, and the presentation is about giving the description. Okay, everyone, so this is the end of our lesson today, and I hope you have a good holidays. See you again in the next video, everyone.